Hey everyone, it's Aquila, and this is a Lefty Knitter podcast. I have been trying to be consistent with video, and so that's why sometimes the videos I feel are rushed though, and I hate doing that. But we're going on vacation, and that would mean another no video week. So, I have one finished object and some acquisitions from Needles Up and Maryland Sheep and Wool. I'm going to show you those. First thing that I have to show you, I showed you the start of this in the last video. I'm very excited about it, and I really need to get back to the comments on the last video, and I thank everybody who actually made comments and was talking about how, you know, it'll get easier work and whatnot. And yeah, it's been better. Not great, but better. So the first thing is out of the Strange Brew book. This is Tin Can Knits, and this is kind of like a recipe book. It's wonderful. There are set patterns in here, but you can also use all the pieces to make your own sweater, your own design, your own creation, and I think that is just really cool, and the people are really wonderful, and I had to ask them a question because I was apparently not, because you're going kind of back and forth. It tells you skip to page 52 or whatever else, and I totally read the paragraph and it said knit 9 inches from the cast on. Yeah, I was knitting 9 inches from the original cast on, but it really meant not knit 9 inches stockinette from the underarm cast on stitches. I was like, I did the ribbing and everything, and I was like, wow, this looks really cropped. This is not right. I emailed them right away, and then I figured out what I did wrong. Although she did say it was probably a good suggestion to actually say from the cast on of the underarm stitches instead of it just saying from the cast on, because that could be confusing. So there you go. Now to the sweater. The purple yarn and the blue yarn Hazel picked out. The purple is hand dyed by John. It is Knit Picks Bear Stroll Bear, whatever. It's their bear yarn that he dyed with logwood and black walnuts. And it knit up really nice. The top color is Marigold Jen, and that is the Ridiculous yarn. That's another yarn line. Sorry about that. Marigold Jen in the Tealicious colorway. I think they look really great together. They're not as high contrast as they probably could be. So, I had knit the arms. I had knit all the ribbing to here, or the body to here, and then did the ribbing, and I was like, wow, that arm is a lot longer. And that's when I went back to the book. So since I had no more purple really to use, I had to go stash diving for some more colors. And I picked this hot pink color. And then this color that's being contrasted against the purple is actually Savvy Skeins, Where the Sidewalk Ends. I believe that was the right yarn company. And the pink is Yarn Hero yarn in the strawberry color, I believe. I had a mini skein of purple, so this is actually some of the same purple that I had made a mini skein for John to test dyeing on, and so I had a mini skein to throw in there. These 4 rows, these 4 pattern blocks are from the Compass Cow that I had previously done. So all I did was figure out how many of those blocks I would need to do to make it longer for the 9 inches. If I would have done 5, it would have been too long. And then I ended up doing a split hem versus in the round. I love a good split hem, so there you go. And it's done. Of course, getting Z to try it on to take any pictures is impossible. Impossible. She wants all the knitted things, but won't put them on and act like a proper child for pictures. Like stand still for just, you know, as long as it takes my phone to take the picture. Just saying. So eventually I will have pictures of her in this. This is the 4 to 6 year old size. Just saying. Yeah, and I still have all the ends to weave in, and I have to block it, but I wanted to show you guys. So eventually you'll see finished project pictures of hopefully her wearing it. Yeah, So that was that, and they responded so fast. They were quite wonderful. And yeah, it was just my brain wasn't functioning and I was overthinking from the cast on edge. Yeah. So let's show really quick. I went to Needles Up and I went to Maryland Sheep and Wool, and both were wonderful, and I talked to lots of people, and I did not buy a ton at Maryland Sheep and Wool. Oh, well, here's another acquisition. My husband bought me dragon horn yarn, which I have never used before. This is Lollybrock. Did I show this on the last podcast? I think I did. Sorry, it was in my bag to be photographed and put on Ravelry, because I haven't done that yet. Classy Squid Fibre Company. I have eyed up this colorway by her called White Birch ever since I started following her on Instagram. I have never actually spun from a bat. I am quite excited to try that. She was super wonderful, and I had lots of questions, and she answered everything.
Can I take my headphones off? May I need to take the charger off first?
No, you can't pull that out. Hold on.
Oh, this one?
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you think you can go in another room and listen to that? Because everybody's going to hear that on the video. Can you go in another room, please?
Yeah, I'm going to leave my headphones here because it's supposed to say
That's fine. Thank you. Just because of the background noise. Just for like 5 more minutes, okay? Sorry. So, I'm excited to spin that. It is 4 ounces. I don't know how much I get from it, but also at Needles Up, Fibre Nymph Dye Works. This was her show colorway, and it's called Getting Crabby, and I bought it on her tweed base. It's an 8-stripe sequence of self-striping of 5 colors, and I think this yarn is so beautiful. I loved it on the tweed base. I mean, it was beautiful in all the bases, but I really wanted to try the tweed base. And then, oh, so everything else I got from there, sorry, I'm going to be shuffling and making noise. It was from Tuft Woolen, so I'll show that last because it's all kind of hanging out in the bottom of my bag. And Knitting in Color, I love that lady. She is wonderful. Sarah Chambliss, and these are 2 new colorways by her, and I thought they were beautiful together. And these are both on her Hardcore Sock, which is 75/25 merino nylon, 463 yards, and these are Berry Crush and Drunken Unicorn, and I thought these would look really great together in color work, something color work, like they're good contrast. So that was what I was looking for. Also, I've never bought from O Wool before, so I was talking to her, and this, it's getting really blown out by the window. This is the worsted weight, but she said her worsted weight is kind of like a heavy DK. And I was looking for DK yarn because I want to try doing some more DK weight sweaters, so I really thought I had some colors in my stash that would go well with this. And this is 100% machine washable, certified organic merino, 260 or 206 yards in the color Cressheim Creek, I believe. Cressheim Creek. The last thing I got at Sheep and Wool, well, that was it. That was all I got at Sheep and Wool. I bought those 3 skeins of yarn. Yeah, I didn't buy much. Okay, Tuft Woolens, guys. I've never been able to get a hold of their stuff at a show or in a store, and it was really exciting to talk to her, and we're both huge patchouli lovers, so, and smell all the things. Her scent for the show was lemon tart, and that smelled really good, but I did not get it. I got Juicy Orange and Ginger. This is the Wool Wash soap. God, that smells so good. And then I got John a Honey Lavender soap. And I loved the orange and ginger so much, I got one of the balms in that. And then I also got Night Sky. This one has like a nice patchouli smell to it. So does the orange ginger has. patchouli-ish smell to maybe that one didn't have the patchouli. This one does. This one definitely does. And then I bought honey patchouli roll-on. And these are great prices, and it's just an oil, and I can smell it for a long time on me, and it works really well with my body chemistry. A lot of times, you know, certain smells don't always work really well with people's body chemistry. So there's that. Yeah, this is rushed, totally rushed. But we're going to the beach, and I have nothing on my needles. I've wound up yarn, and I'll show you what that is, because I've wanted to knit this for a while, and I've actually owned this yarn for a long time. This is Curious Handmade Helen Stewart, the vintage fairy light socks. I know people have seen these plenty of times, and they've been in my queue to be knit up. And the yarn I bought a while ago, it's kind of a light fingering. It's pretty thin. So this is Sunrise Fibre Co. I've never knit with their yarn. So this is called Birthday Cake, and it's their sock merino 75-25, 463 yards. But it's a little thin if you ask me. So the pattern calls for 1.5 US stitches, 1.5 US size needles, but it's thin, and I'm not sure how that's gonna look, so I'm not gonna swatch, because do I ever swatch? Not really. I'm really terrible at that. But that's what I'm going to be making. So there you go. I wanted to do that update because I am hopefully going to have a video with Jen from the Blue Pelican to post. And so look out for that, and hopefully she's already agreed to do it, so I think it might just be an on-the-fly interview in her shop, and I think that will be a lot of fun. She is a yarn shop and art store down in Buxton. Well, I guess it's still considered Buxton, but it's Hatteras, down Hatteras so far. It's really far down there. Her stuff's beautiful. You should follow her on Instagram because she posts pretty much sunrise and sunset videos every day in her stories. Yeah. So that's it. That is all I got. So until next time. And I probably won't have a finished object to show you, and I would hate to show you just part of a sock because I don't know how much knitting I'm going to get done at the beach. It could be lots. It could be none. I don't know. So, alright, until next time, guys. See ya!